And welcome back to This and That. We're now joined by Carol Mayo, who's Education Coordinator with Children's Emergency Department, along with Marissa Moyers, who's a Pediatric Trauma CRPC Outreach Coordinator. Well, they're both with Children's Hospital at Erlanger. Great titles, must be very important. But it is something that's very important is coming up, and it is called the Pediatric Potpourri. Been doing this now for 16 years. In general, what does this mean?
That it's an educational opportunity for healthcare providers, nurses, social workers, respiratory therapists, physicians in the community to come get pediatric education. 90% of pediatric patients are seen first in an adult-focused hospital. So we invite those hospitals in to come get pediatric training because that's a low volume, high risk for those facilities.
Now, we've got some great speakers that are coming out, but first off, Carol, what's different this year?
Well, Marissa and I had the privilege last year to attend a pediatric emergency conference in Knoxville, and we actually had the opportunity to see Ridley Barron, which is our keynote speaker. And as soon as I heard him speak, I said to Marissa, we need to get him at our next Pediatric Potpourri. So my mission and our mission has been ever since last year to get him to come and speak. And that has happened, and so I'm thankful he is able to attend this conference. His message is the most dynamic message, and it's personal, that I've ever heard talk about quality and patient safety.
And his topic is every second or half second counts.
Right.
Now, what's different this year is that the last couple of years it's been sort of just for medical professionals, but this time we're opening it up to the public so they can hear these messages as well.
Right. You know, because his message is a personal message and it's the most dynamic message we've ever heard, we not only want the message to get across to healthcare professionals, but we also want the community to have the opportunity to come and hear him speak. Because if you have a child, you have a brother, a sister, an aunt and uncle, grandmother, you have family members that go and are seen in the healthcare industry. And everybody wants our family members and our children to be safe when they go there. So we are opening it up to the community for a $10 charge for them to come if they want to hear him speak. And I'm telling you, you don't want to miss him because he is phenomenal.
Now, what are some of the other topics that will be covered during the day, and why are they so important to not only the community but Erlanger?
Well, I think that what we have to do as healthcare professionals is know what's going on in our kids' world. So we have several topics this year. One in particular is about sexting, texting, rock and roll. You know, your kids don't want you to know what they're doing and how they're doing it. Right. So we have a gentleman that has put himself into this age bracket and worked with them to let us know how and what certain things mean. And then, unfortunately, we see way too often the drugs that are impacting our youth. And there are so many new designer drugs, drugs on the internet that kids can get, ways that they can, and we want to make the public aware of what's going on in that situation, well, in regards to education for professionals.
Well, as you both mentioned, well worth the $10 charge to come, because just education like this is, can't really put a price on it. All right, folks, here it is. It is the 16th Annual Children's Education Potpourri that will be taking place at the Colonnade down in Ringgold, Georgia. This will take place on April the 30th, so you do have time to register, although registration will begin at 7:15 a.m. that morning. You can find out more information very simply by going to the website, which is erlanger.org/2015. Again, erlanger.org/2015. Ladies, appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you for what you do as well, too.
Thank you.
All right, folks.